You can have an off night offensively, but you cannot have an off night defensively. And if you do have an off night, your defense keeps you in the game and gives you an opportunity to win.
Well, we're looking forward to this one as Montana Tech getting ready to take on the Bulldogs of Western. We talked about the women's side as the Western women had won the last 3. On the men's side, the Montana Tech men have won the last 7 and 9 of the last 10 meetings between these two programs. Over the last 5 years, though, obviously there's a lot of variables that fall into that, much like on the women's side. But over the last 5 years, Montana Tech leads at 9-8. But they certainly have had the distinct advantage here, winning the last 7 that they have played.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny how this game's played. You can have runs for a couple years, and then you got to recruit, and you lose a great senior. And Western's really kind of had to rebuild since Steve Keller left, and I think their coach has done an outstanding job of recruiting. They've got some outstanding players, and they're only going to get better.
Well, I mean, look at the same thing. You go back a couple years and watch the regrowth of Coach Adam Hyatt and the Digs. You know, it's not a process that you can turn on a light switch and it just happens for you. You know, Coach Adam Hyatt has taken the 4 or 5 years to get to this point of an exceptional team for Montana Tech, and you certainly see the steps that are being taken at Western with the guys being brought in. You look at a young man like Kai Kuba. You and I did the state AA tournament last year, and we were just stunned by how good this kid played, not only in that tournament but throughout his career at Skyview. He is a tremendous addition to this Western team, and obviously the Haverfield boys, and across the board, this Western team is certainly on the right track to be a very dominant force here in the Frontier Conference.
Don't leave Jamal Stevenson out of this either.
Exactly.
He's another one capable of getting a lot of things done. But this is going to come down to the three-point line tonight. We'll see what happens. Western's going to shoot a lot of them. And, you know, you bring up Kai Kuba. I never expect a freshman to walk in this league and be an outstanding player. And he so far is exhibiting that, and his coach is using him right.
Yeah, he has certainly exploded several times here for Western in the early season. You bring up the three-point line for Western. They're number 5 in the country in 3 points made. They average 11 makes from downtown, not 11 shots, 11 drained from downtown, and they are going to put up a lot of them. We've certainly seen that. I mean, even last year, you know, they played 4 times a year ago. Montana Tech did win all 4 of those, but I'll tell you, we had some absolute barn burners. The first was 88-84 win that went to Tech. The second was 86-81. The third was 88-78, and the fourth was 82-76. So we've certainly seen the explosion that you can get out of this Western team. But we'll see if Western is ready for kind of that explosion out of Tech, because this is a much different team this year than Tech was last year, and Tech last year was an awfully good basketball team.
Oh, yeah, this is a better basketball team than he had last year, no question about it. And once again, let's run down the bench. He can replace you with anybody, and they're steady and they're smart and they take care of the basketball. The name of this game is take care of the basketball and rebound. That's it. You can do all the other things, but you've got to take care of the basketball.
So as these two teams get ready to roll again, thanks for joining us here. Frontier Conference action on KBOW Butte, KDBM in Dillon, as the Bulldogs taking on Montana Tech. Again, the Digs just outside the top 25. The Carroll men sitting at number 5, I do believe, nationally. They continue to roll in the preseason. We'll see how they handle Northern tonight. Obviously, Northern had a very good preseason as well on the men's side, so that Carroll-Northern game could be very interesting in Helena as they get started.
I don't think it's going to be interesting at all. I think Carroll is that good. I really do. But you never know. Hughes coaches so well up there, and he's one of the few coaches that regulates that clock up there, and he'll keep his team in the game.
So let's run through the starters here for the Bulldogs of Western. Their starting 5. You're looking at Jamal Stevenson. Stevenson, a 6'3" junior. He wears number 1 for the Bulldogs here this evening. Also out is Coulter Miller. Miller, the redshirt freshman, 6'4", wears number 2. You've got Jalen Hodges starting. Hodges, a 6'6" senior, averaging 15 a game. He plays huge inside, wears number 12 for Western. Michael Haverfield will start as well. Haverfield, a 6'4" freshman, a redshirt freshman, wears number 20. And Kai Kuba, the true freshman out of Skyview, a 6'3" freshman, averages 9 a game. He wears number 33 for the Bulldogs of Western.
Yeah, and he's had some big games. I mean, we're talking 20, 25, in the 20-25 point range, so that 9 means nothing to me.
Exactly. So on the other side, let's take a look at what Montana Tech is going to put out for starters here tonight. The starting five for the Digs: Sindhu Diallo will be on the floor. Sindhu averaging 13 a game. He's a 6'3" senior, wears number 1. Caleb Belich is starting as well. Belich, a 6'7" sophomore. We talked about the additions for Montana Tech and the different bodies, and he is certainly a huge part of that, as Caleb Belich comes in averaging 14 a game. He has had a phenomenal preseason for Montana Tech. Taylor England has had a huge week here past, as Taylor England averaging 14 a game, 7 rebounds a game. He's a 6'7" senior out of Helena, wears number 20. Drew Hughes will run the point. Drew, a 6'2" senior, he wears number 24. And Darius Collins rounds out the starting five for Montana Tech. Darius, a 6'4" senior, wears number 30. And my question, we were talking about this off air, I think earlier in the week, that we expected Darius to be all over Max Clark tonight.
Which he would have been.
He would have been. So with Max Clark out of the equation, where do you put Darius Collins, the best defensive player in the conference? Who do you put him on for Western?
One of the brothers.
Okay.
They can both score. Pick whichever one you want.
All right, I got you. So again, thanks for joining us here as we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader Frontier Conference opening night. Montana Tech wearing the home white, Western wearing the road black with a red trim. Belich will get ready to jump it off here for Montana Tech, and he will jump it across, as stepping up is going to be Jalen Hodges. It looked originally, I think Coulter Miller was messing with him. Like Miller looked like he was going to step into the circle, and Hodges does. So 20 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to roll here. Game 2 of our doubleheader. As we get ready for the toss, Hodges tips it, and Western controls it. So Stevenson gets it in the backcourt into the offensive zone. Come the Bulldogs. Stevenson down the right side, fakes the pass, kicks it out left side. Good ball movement, three-point shot. Kuba, no good. Hodges tips it. Offensive rebound loose, and coming out with it is Montana Tech. Belich will clear it across, and here comes Hughes down the floor. Hughes across midcourt, directing traffic. He'll pass it off, hand it off there to Taylor England. England now to Sindhu Diallo. Diallo attacks. We're going to get a whistle and a foul before the drive, and going to be a hand check on Michael Haverfield. So Haverfield will pick up his first. Sorry.
Haverfield got the tough assignment tonight. Diallo being really quick.
Just underway here in this ball game. Montana Tech will inbound. Belich. Belich, bottom left corner, comes all the way up top and around the arc to Hughes. Tech, 4 guys out. Now drifting into the high post is England. He'll set a screen. Looking at pick and roll. Instead, they go to Hughes in the corner. Hughes into the paint, stops, puts it up off balance, short. Kind of forced to throw it up as the shot clock was trickling away. Western with a basketball. Still scoreless here, 1 minute in. Western controlling Stevenson. Stevenson to Hodges. Hodges cross court. Haverfield. Michael Haverfield now into the hands of Miller. Miller driving right-handed. Nice take by Stevenson, and he'll finish. Boy, Stevenson, a great burst of speed.
Early Western showing a lot of patience on offense.
So Western gets the first basket. Montana Tech the other way. Far right wing, Drew Hughes up top to Diallo. Diallo drifts out on the left wing. Kuba on him now defensively. Backs it out. Driving. Belich steps through. Goes with the left hand. It just stalls on the iron. It doesn't fall through. Belich unable to convert. Western the other way. Far left wing, Stevenson. Stevenson down to Kuba. Kuba's going to launch the three. Back of the rim, no good. Defensive rebound, Taylor England. So Kuba obviously has the green light from downtown. He's 0-2 from the three-point line. Stolen away, Hodges. Hodges gets the steal, and here comes Western the other way. Losing the handle on it was Miller, but Western able to hold on to it. 2 minutes gone here in this ball game, and the Bulldogs leading 2-0. Three-point shot, Stevenson no good. Miller attacking, goes out of bounds. Tech basketball.
Yeah, right now I'm just looking at the first 2 series. Western come down the floor. Tech's got to do a better job of blocking off. Western got a lot of touches in the last 2 takes down the floor.
2 minutes gone here in this ball game. Western leading 2-0. Frontier Conference action. As they will play 3 times, obviously, everybody in conference this year. Sindhu Diallo right wing behind the back, spins into the foul line. Pull-up jumper, no good, but draws the foul. That's the second on Michael Haverfield. Haverfield's going to pick up his second personal, and that will bring him out. And it looks like his brother will replace him possibly. So at the line, Sindhu Diallo. He will shoot a pair here for the Digs. Diallo 75% from the foul line. Diallo's first is up and good. So Sindhu Diallo gets the first down. He will get ready for attempt number 2. Montana Tech on the board as the Bulldogs leading 2-1. Sindhu Diallo at the line. And gets ready for a second. It's on its way. Back of the rim, no good. I found myself daydreaming how nice it is to have a crowd. You know, last year with no crowd in any of the gyms, it was so strange. We've got a good crowd here in the Mining City tonight. Western leading 2-1.
This is good entertainment.
Stevenson rolls it down to the block to Hodges. Spins, puts it up with the right hand. No good, but he is going to be fouled. Boy, Hodges so athletic for how big he is. Taylor England going to be called to the hold.
Guy looks like he's built like a tight end in the NFL. He's put together pretty well.
That he is. Non-shooting foul. So Western will inbound. Miller hands it off Stevenson. Stevenson backs up, back right side to Miller. Miller feeds it into Hodges. Double team, knocked away momentarily by Belich. Hodges up top Stevenson. Shot clock at 8. Down to the left wing, Miller. Actually, Kuba with the attack. Kuba rolls it in. Kai Kuba gets his first field goal. Western up 4-1.
Didn't take him long to adjust from high school to college basketball.
Not at all. 3-point lead for Western. Montana Tech with the basketball right side. England near side. Gets it back. Cross court to Hughes. Now to the wing. Sindhu Diallo for 3. No good. High rebound controlled by Miller. And here comes Western in transition. Kuba, far right wing, wants the baseline. Stops. Pass comes out right side. Miller. Miller wide open 3, and he knocks it down. Coulter Miller left all alone, and Miller strokes the 3. Western goes up 7-1 here, 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, coach doesn't like it. He doesn't like what they were doing defensively, leaving Miller out there all alone. So he's going to have a little chat about defense.
Western 3 of 6 from the floor as of right now. Both teams with 1 turnover to get this thing started, but Western's transition has been really high, and like you mentioned, really good patience in the offensive zone.
Excellent patience. They're getting everything they want, and on that last transition, Tech's had some confusion on defense, left Miller wide open. I love patient coach. I love coaches that if you don't have the break, let's get out and be patient with our offense, and they're doing that here tonight.
Taylor England, Sindhu Diallo, Darius Collins. Looks like Caleb Belich and also Drew Hughes on the floor for the Digs. In on the other side, we do have Tanner Haverfield in for Michael Haverfield. He's the only Haverfield on the floor. Michael with 2 personal fouls. He'll sit for a while. Around a screen, 3-point shot. Collins strokes it. Watch out for that one. If Darius gets started, he will. That rim gets awful big for that young man if he gets going early.
Well-designed play.
An outstanding 3. We always talk about his defensive prowess, but boy, he can knock down the 3 ball.
He can.
3-point shot, Haverfield the other way. Bounces out, tipped, controlled by Miller. Offensive glass. Kuba, double team, lost the handle on it. Haverfield gets it. Haverfield pass goes out of play. Western ball. Well, I'll tell you, this game is at a high intensity right now.
They came to play. They know what's up for grabs here.
Hughes goes out, and we're going to get our young man from Fairfield in, Keely Bake. Pass comes into Kuba. He's going to launch it. Kuba knocks it down.
Made that look easy, didn't he?
Boy, that he did. He doesn't get a whole lot of vertical elevation either. Just kind of gets the toes off the ground and quick release, gone.
Well, when nobody's guarding you don't have to do a lot.
Belich just outside the arc up top. Little switch dribble, looking left, pick and roll, gets it to England. England attacks and gets it. Kind of surprised we didn't get the foul as well. Taylor England gets his first field goal. Western leading 10-6.
Outstanding job of setting that up. Nice roll by England.
4.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Western with the basketball. Around a screen, Stevenson to the right elbow, backs out to the wing. Stevenson, little shake and bake action, lost the handle on it. Good defense. Belich kept right in front of him. Turnover will go to the Digs.
Not a good point guard decision.
5 minutes gone here in this ball game. Keely Bake will call out the offense as he comes across the timeline. Taylor England going to his left, hands it off to Collins. Collins into Bake in the high post. Bake back out to Collins. 3 ball is up and good. Darius Collins 2 for 2 from downtown. And a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. 10-9 over the Digs. So here comes Western the other way. Stevenson across midcourt. Jamal Stevenson runs the point. He'll attack. Bounce pass underneath to Miller. And an offensive call going to go on Stevenson as Belich draws the charge.
Penetrated out of control, and that's what you do. You step in front of people.
Nice job by Belich standing his ground. So the personal foul to Stevenson. And Oredigger basketball. Team foul number 3 on the Bulldogs. 5:15 gone here in the ball game. Montana Tech with a rock. Keeley Bake rolls it inside to Taylor England. Tech feels a little more comfortable in the offensive zone right now. Taylor England with the right hand, spins back to his right side, puts it in.
They need help. There's no way they can play Taylor England one-on-one. No way.
5.5 gone in this ball game. Tech grabs the lead, 11-1. Far right side into the ball game. Jacques didn't see him check in. Kuba's going to launch a 3 again, and he gets another one. They left him open. Kai Kuba, the freshman out of Billings, strokes his second 3, and the Bulldogs grab the lead back 13-11. Darius Collins left side up top. Little move there by Belich. Belich attacks. Great first step. Shot blocked. Jacques gets the block.
Jacques' eyes were looking down in the basket. That guy got up.
My goodness, that was elevation. Stevenson bounce pass to Miller. Little head fake back to Stevenson. 3 balls short, out of play, back to Tech. 13-11. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor, a short timeout. I always love those conversations you have with friends, or you and I talk about it. And the one thing that always gets, I love Hodges in the block, but I love what Jacques' athleticism. They're completely 2 different styles of play in the post, and Jacques showing tremendous elevation to get a huge block there.
Well, that's his job on this team. Rebound. His job is not to be a scoring machine. He's got to rebound and block shots, and that's exactly what he's doing here tonight.
So we are rolling here through game 2 of our doubleheader. 6:30 gone here in this ball game. The Bulldogs leading 13-11. Western shooting 50%. Montana Tech at 50% as well. Western is 5 of 10. Tech is 4 of 8 as of right now. Western 2 turnovers. Tech with 1 thus far. So just kind of rolling here again. Remember, both these teams will play on Saturday. All the Saturday games in the Frontier Conference will be a 2 o'clock start for the women, 4 o'clock start for the men. So remember that. Obviously a change from years past. 2 p.m., 4 p.m., no matter the venue. So if you're planning on coming up, and you should be planning on coming up, you want to make sure to get to the early games.
Yeah, I'd like to see more fire in this town. This is great athleticism. This is great basketball. I mean, you're talking about a Tech team that beat the Grizzlies a couple of years ago. These guys can play with anybody. It's really good entertainment.
13-10, Western with the 2-point lead. Tech with the basketball. Belich and Keeley Bake down the floor in the backcourt. Sindhu Diallo out there, he gets it. Darius Collins sets a screen, lost his footing. And Taylor England down to the block. Sindhu calls for help up top. Diallo around a screen. Diallo drives, attacks the basket. Shot doesn't go, but he does draw the foul. Stevenson is there, and he'll pick it up. That's Jamal's second. So Western in some foul trouble right now. Stevenson has 2. Michael Haverfield has 2.
You know, I think he got him with his hip, and you can't touch the shooter. You really can't. And coach is upset over there, but he got him with his hip.
So Sindhu Diallo at the line again. Sindhu now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 more. As we make our way through this first half, Montana Tech trying to tie us up here. We have had 4 lead changes, and we are now tied. So here comes Western back the other way. 13 all our score. As Haverfield to Jacques. Jacques just outside the arc, back to Haverfield. Haverfield moving to his right, drifts to the wing, bounce pass down in the corner. He goes to Miller, back to Kuba. Kuba try to get separation. As on him defensively is Camden Lawrence, who's had a great month, and we're going to get a travel call against Haverfield, and that's going to go to the Digs.
Yeah, they miss Clark because they really are focused on Haverfield, either one of them on their movement, and they're changing up defensive players on them.
So the Digs, here comes Bake down the floor. Once again, we're tied up 13 all with 13 minutes left to play here in the first half. Frontier Conference action on Thursday. We'll get scores from the other games and keep you updated. As Bake, bounce pass down on the interior, he goes to Taylor England. England, 12 feet out, spins into the paint, has lost the handle on it, going off the rack, Taylor England. Thank you. So Taylor England will get it off the glass, Some hard-fought battles on the interior.
Well, they're going to have trouble if they don't double down on him because there is no way they can stop him.
Our 5th lead change here of the night. Hodges battles through the middle. Hodges, nice take right up the gut. Jalen Hodges, all made possible. Tremendous fake pass. Brought the defenders off him. Down the floor, Belic left side to Lawrence. Lawrence up top. They move it out to Sindhu Diallo. Diallo, step back, lost the defender, attacks. Sindhu slams it home. Boy, Sindhu Diallo, a big one-handed jam. Tech leading 17-15. Tech, Western back the other way. Feeds it to Kuba. Kuba goes to the rack and draws the foul. So Kuba will go to the stripe here for the Bulldogs. As Western tried to get him in transition, and Kai Kuba will go to the line.
Both these teams really running their offenses tonight, and I like to see that. It's going to make for an interesting game come the last couple minutes.
Kuba at the stripe. His first is up and good. So the freshman out of Skyview has 9 points. He is the leading scorer on the floor here right now. Tech leading 17-16, and Kuba trying to tie us up, and he does so. So we are tied at 17. 8 minutes gone here in the ball game. Keely Bake will go to Ure. Ure down in the left corner. Nice attack from the left wing, Camden Lawrence. This young man has really had a good month for Montana Tech. His minutes continue to go up. Smart player for the Digs.
That's part of that bench that makes him so strong.
2-point lead for Montana Tech. Jacques goes into the high post to Hodges. Hodges trying to find somewhere to go. Loose ball, picked it back up, attacks. Hodges will not get the basket, but he will get the foul. And we're going to get a shove call underneath on Bridger Larson.
Hodges showing a lot of patience on that play.
So that will put Hodges at the line. Sorry, I'm getting my book in order here. And Hodges at the stripe, knocks down the first. So Western down by 1. And Hodges will shoot one more. Boy, my book just blew up there for a second. Hodges' second is up and good. So we're tied again. So Hodges knots us up at 19. And Montana Tech across the timeline. Down the left wing, handoff to Sindhu Diallo. Montana Tech shooting 64% from the floor. Sindhu behind the back, moves it up top. Spinning up top there with it is Larson. Larson hands it off to Bake. Bake at the foul line. Goes left side to Ure. Ure wants the baseline. Young man out of Idaho spins. Bounce pass comes up top. Wide open three is up and in. Bridger Larson knocks it down.
Bonus when your post players can knock that down.
No one anywhere near him, and Montana Tech grabs the lead back. Tech leading 22-19. Haverfield to Jacques. Jacques at the right elbow. Hands it off. Now back to Jacques. Jacques wants the baseline. Strong first step. They wave the shot. And a whistle and a foul, and I believe Ure is going to get it. Yeah, that is the case. So Michael Ure will pick up the personal. Montana Tech leading by 3, 22-19. Kind of a chess match thus far. We are going to see some foul trouble, though. Again, Western, Stevenson has 2. Michael Haverfield has 2. And that could become a factor here as we continue. So Tanner Haverfield will look to bring it in. He does so to Hodges. Hodges just inside the arc, right wing. Pass to the left corner. 3-point shot is up. Miller no good. Defensive rebound, Darius Collins. Collins outlet. Here come the Digs in transition. Left side, Lawrence through the middle. Shot blocked from the backside. It goes out of play. Oredigger basketball. Nice elevation that time by Paxton, trailing the plate and knocked that one away.
Yeah, another guard. What's he doing blocking shots in around the key?
Lawrence to Larson. Larson out to Darius Collins. Collins will give it off to Keely Bake. Montana Tech leads by 3. Collins a little shake and bake. Spins left side of the paint. Gets it off as controlling Larson. Larson with the left hand. Shot no good. Jacques got the rebound but taken away. Bake jump shot no good. Hodges grabs the rebound for Western, and here come the Bulldogs the other way.
2 nice opportunities.
Some good looks that time through. Montana Tech couldn't get it down. Western in transition down to the bottom right corner, Miller. 9:50 left to play in the first half. Tech leading by 3. Haverfield, that's Tanner. Again, Michael on the bench. Tanner up top. Tanner Backs it off, moves it to Miller, back to Tanner. Shot clock at 7, around a screen. Tanner at the foul line. Pull-up jumper, good. Michael Haverfield gets his first free throw field goal. So Michael is back out. I didn't even see him come out. I saw Tanner out earlier. My apologies. So Mount Tenatech with the basketball, leading by 1. Nice move to the basket, and Larson going to be called with the offensive. Bridger Larson went right over the top of Michael Haverfield, and Bridger Larson will pick up his second personal foul. Honestly, kind of surprised. Now Michael will go out. It was kind of surprising to see Michael back out on the floor with 2 personals here in the first half.
This early, you want to save him down under the 5-minute mark.
Michael does check out. Stevenson will come back in. Obviously, a lot of that had to have been for the point guard duties with Stevenson on the bench. So a 1-point lead for the Digs, 22-21. Stevenson moving left, passes that way to Miller. They feed it down on the block to Hodges. Hodges with the right hand fights his way to the rack and gets the basket.
Excellent footwork, nice little jump hook.
6 points on the night for Hodges. The Bulldogs grab the lead back. The 9th lead change here so far in the first half. Mount Tenatech with the basketball. Darius Collins left side has Belich with it. Belich attacks into the paint underneath the Hughes. Hughes from 15 gets it.
Nice job by Belich to draw on the defense toward him. Left Hughes wide open.
Drew Hughes gets his first field goal, and Montana Tech grabs the lead back, 24-23. Stevenson. Pass goes left. Hodges will fire from 17, no good. Rebound in traffic, Lawrence. Tech basketball the other way. 24-23, the Digs by 1. Hughes calling for help up top. Belich around a screen. He'll hand it off to Lawrence. Lawrence, little switch dribble, goes out on the right side, knocked out of play by Stevenson. So on the floor right now, you've got Collins, Lawrence, Hughes, Belich, and also the big man inside is Taylor England. Out near midcourt, calling it out is Hughes. 8:10 remaining in the first half, Tech by 1. Hughes attacks through the lane with the right hand, too much on it, offensive rebound. Lawrence for 3, Lawrence gets it. Great vision by the big Taylor England. England got that rebound and dished it immediately. Tech leading 26-23. As back the other way, Western. Jacques on the right wing. Belich on him defensively. They'll roll it on the inside to Miller. Miller backing it up, turns, fights his way to the rack. Pass out on the edge to Kuba. Kuba pulls up from 12. His floater is up and in. Great reach, Kai Kuba.
Kid's a nice player.
Just has a natural
and
shooting.
You're happy he's left-handed.
Well, of course. And his name is fun to say.
It is.
Tech leads 26-25. Darius Collins moving right. Now back to his left side, calling for help. He goes to Lawrence. Lawrence down in the corner. Belich will turn and fire. Caleb Belich. Belich is on the boards. His first field goal. Tech leads by 3. And Western will call a short timeout. Montana Tech leading 28-25 here at the Hyper.
Got to discuss a little defense over there. They made some mistakes, left Belich wide open, and they know he's a scorer. So your focus is on scorers.
Boy, numbers are solid. Both teams shooting 57% right now. Tech a little bit better from downtown. They're 3 of 4. Western is 3 of 9 from downtown thus far. Western with 3 turnovers, Montana Tech with 1. And really, all of those came in about the first 4 minutes. I mean, we really haven't had any turnovers. It has been both teams getting into their offense on both sides of the floor now for about the past 5 minutes.
Both teams well coached to take care of the basketball.
We'll dig in and see if we can find those other scores here. It looks like on the men's side, Providence up over Rocky right now, 31-19 in the first half. And Carroll leading Northern 21-20 in the first half. Western with the basketball, Jacques left wing. Comes up top, Stevenson. Stevenson moving left. He has Kuba on the far left wing. Instead he goes Jacques right side. Miller there, and also down on the block is Grayson Nelson. He'll get his first minutes. Miller lost the handle. Darius Collins with a steal. 3-on-2. Collins, ball taken away, Stevenson. What a play by Stevenson defensively. He'll move it across into the hands of Nelson. Nelson pass, tipped. Kai Kuba in the high post. Kuba to Nelson. Nelson back out to Kuba. Kuba fires the 3, and he gets another one. Kai Kuba has 14 points. He is the leading scorer on the floor.
He's feeling it tonight big time.
Kuba, 14 points. We're tied up 28 all. Montana Tech with it. Belich fires, rolls it in. Boy, that didn't look like it had a chance. It hit the back of the iron.
He got a break. It died on the rim.
Looked like it had a little Phil Mickelson wedge on it and knocked it right in. Diggs by 2, 30-28. Montana Tech underneath. Jacques attacks, and he will be fouled as he got it on the baseline. And personal foul, Taylor England, that's his second. So we are getting into a little foul trouble on both sides. We'll talk about that and more. We have a timeout on the floor, so we'll take a break. Montana Tech by 2, 30-28 over the Bulldogs. We're back after this 1-minute timeout. .5:19 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech leading 32-30. Oredigger basketball. Far right side, Hughes. Hughes rolls it down in the corner. As there with it is Belich. Belich into the paint, pulls up. 8-footer is good. Caleb Belich knocks down the jumper.
He's got a size advantage on Miller. Easy shot over the top.
As here comes Western the other way. Stevenson across the timeline. Stevenson moves it out to Hodges. Hodges, travel call. First step got him, so the turnover will go to the Digs. Montana Tech leading 34-30. And they'll look to stretch out to the biggest lead here of the night for either team. As across the timeline comes Hughes. Hughes, left side, Diallo. Diallo spins back to his left, double team, great pass out on the edge. Hughes wide open three. Hughes knocks it home.
England is one of the best passing post players I've ever seen.
Tremendous vision. Montana Tech by 7. 37-30 over Western. Stevenson down in the left corner. Head fake up to Hodges in the high post. Hodges follow-away jumper from 10, no good. Collins with a rebound. Tech trying to put together the first run of this ball game. They lead 37-30. And out on that far right side, controlling, Darius Collins here on the near side to Diallo. Diallo, cross-court, Hughes wide open. Hughes wants the baseline. And we're going to get a block call as Trayton Paxton tried to step in front of him, and Paxton will pick up the block.
Hughes really showed a lot of patience setting that drive up.
3:55 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading 37-30. As Montana Tech shooting 65% from the floor, 80% from the three-point line. As Michael Ewer will check in, Caleb Belich will check out. Oredigger basketball. Hughes 12 feet out on the right wing. Fights his way to the rack and he rolls it off. Nice take by Drew Hughes. Strong move by the post.
I love it. A guard posting up. I love it.
It was a strong move.
Oh, yeah.
Tech leading by 9, the biggest lead by either team tonight. Hodges in the key, fighting to his right, spins back to his left and knocks it down. Jalen Hodges has 8 points, Tech by 7. Belich will get ready to check right back in here for the Digs. Sindhu Diallo wants the baseline. Sindhu attacks, a floater is up and in. Sindhu Diallo with 6 points as he fights through the double team. Tech back up by 9. 41-32 our score, 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hodges almost had the ball knocked away. Diallo dives for it. He's able to get the basketball. He goes out of play, and that will be Western basketball here.
Get on the floor. I like it. Get on the floor.
Dove immediately after it, so Western will bring it in.
Those floor burns always feel good, too, by the way.
That they do. 9-point lead for the Digs. Darius Collins will go out. Lawrence will come in. So on the floor right now, Diallo. Also looks like running the point is going to be Keely Bake. You have Belich back out on the floor with Taylor England and Keely Bake. Hodges, ball comes out. Tech, no, they're going to say knocked out of play as Taylor England got a piece of it.
Yeah, I thought he swatted it.
So Western will inbound down to the bottom left corner as Miller will have that duty. 2:58 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading by 9. Western will inbound. Western with 6 turnovers thus far in the ball game. Tech with 2. Stevenson switch dribble up top, moves it left to Miller. Miller outside the arc. Rolls it into the high post to Hodges. Hodges follow-away jumper. He gets it and the foul as Hodges went down hard. Strong take by Hodges. And the personal foul is going to go against Caleb Belich, his first. So Hodges will go to the line. The good news for Tech, you'd rather have that on Belich than Taylor England. That would have been number 3 on England.
Yeah, I didn't even see Belich in there. I thought it was on England.
I truthfully did too. So Hodges will shoot 1. Jalen Hodges has 10 points. He has 10. Kai Kuba has 14 for Western. And Hodges, free throw up and out, no good. Into the ball game is Cody Baumstark, getting his first minutes here tonight. Cody had a bit of good news. He and Christian Jones both passed their PE test, I believe, this past week. Their professional engineering exam, which is an incredibly hard test. And Sindhu Diallo attacks. Diallo with a right hand rolls it in. Sindhu Diallo with an acrobatic play goes in with a right hand. Montana Tech by 9. Miller around a screen. Montana Tech still shooting lights out here in this ball game. Jacques on the right wing rolls it down to Miller. Miller wants the baseline, spins back to his left hand. He's 6 feet away. Miller attacks with the left hand and gets it. Good body position by Coulter Miller.
Excellent post up, and he just was real patient and got no help from anybody.
1:55 left to play here in the first half. Tech with a basketball. Diallo to Belich. Belich gets separation. 3-point shot. Caleb Belich. Boy, what a first step, and he just drains it.
That's all that was on his mind. He knew he was going to shoot it.
10-point lead for the Digs. Jacques, bottom right corner. Jacques around a screen into the paint. Jacques spins. Bounce pass out to Miller. Miller down to Kuba. Kuba hasn't had a shot here in a few, and he'll be fouled. Lawrence got the body on him. So Camden Lawrence will pick up the personal team foul number 8 on Tech, and that'll put Kai Kuba at the line. So Kuba will go up and shoot the 1-and-1 here. I have to look at his every other number he has so far this year is outstanding. We better see what he does from the free throw line.
He's a free throw shooter, no doubt in my mind.
He's 96% from the free throw line.
He just got that release. He's just good from everywhere. And there's a reason why he hasn't got a good shot off.
Yes.
Tech had a little conversation about him over on the bench during the timeout.
That they did. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. Kuba has 16 points. Kuba shoots 48% from the floor and 45% from the three-point line here thus far in the season as a true freshman out of Skyview. Montana Tech with a basketball. They lead by 8. Keeley Bake around a screen. Nice defensive work. It comes up to Lawrence. Lawrence right side takes it to the rack. No. Offensive rebound and the putback. Cody Baumstark.
He has been doing this all year, Baumstark has. Really great on the offensive boards.
Under a minute left to play here in the first half. Tech by 10. Three-point shot. Stevenson no good. Rebound tipped. Western gets it in traffic. Miller somehow tipped it away. Kai Kuba back to Miller. 15 on the shot clock. 40 now on the game clock. Stevenson on the right wing. Stevenson lobs it into Jacques. Jacques on the baseline right side. Jacques left hand. Spins into the key. Kicks it out to Hodges. Hodges switch dribble. Wants the baseline. Follow away jumper up and out. No good. Jacques with another offensive rebound for Western. Jacques under to Hodges. Hodges double team. Puts it up. No. Offensive rebound Miller. How many second chances does Western get in that possession?
Well, they're an outstanding offensive rebounding team, and they showed it right there, and they've been doing it the whole game. They've got bodies around the bucket.
Drifting left with it, Montana Tech, Sindhu Diallo from just inside the arc. No, Miller with the rebound tipped. Ure with it. Ure goes up, and no whistle. That's going to do it for the first half. We have 20 minutes in the books, and Montana Tech leads by 8. 48-40 our score. The Digs up over the Bulldogs of UM Western. Frontier Conference action. KBOW Butte, KDBM, and Dillon will take a break. We're back here with the numbers and more after this 2-minute timeout. Hey, welcome back here once again. Frontier Conference action here on KBOW Butte, KDBM, and Dillon. Paul Padisco, John Thatcher is taking a breather. He's going to go out and get a beverage. But we have Coach Carly Sannon here from Montana Tech on the women's side. Coach Sannon, Frontier Conference play is finally here. We have found our way into Frontier Conference action, but you look at that ball game, you're down huge in the first half. The energy and drive that we normally see out of the ladies just wasn't there, it felt like, in the first 20 minutes. And then once it gets manufactured in the third quarter, and especially the fourth quarter, we start to see what this Montana Tech team is made of.
Yeah, I thought we got off to kind of a slow start. Playing Dickinson last week is a little bit different than playing a Frontier Conference team, and so I just didn't feel we came out with that fire that we needed. I thought we had a much better second half defensively and offensively. Yeah. We kind of settled in, and we talked about that after the game. It's Frontier Conference, and it's one of the best conferences in the country, and every game's going to be a battle, and we can't come out and try to feel out what everybody's going to do. We got to come out guns a-blazing and be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who it is in conference, whether it's Western or anyone. You just can't dig yourself that big of a hole. And no matter what kind of momentum and the huge swing you put together in the fourth quarter, you had just the team is in such a hole after the first 20, 25 minutes that just unable to dig it out there in that last 10, 15 minutes.
Yep. And, they shot the ball really well. I mean, they shot 50% from field goal, about 40% from the three, and, they only missed 2 free throws on the night. We got more shots than them. Turnovers are pretty equal, but they hit more shots than us. And, that comes, like you said, getting after the loose balls, getting those hustle plays, and then all of a sudden things are a little bit closer.
You do see we get another injury. We get a rolled ankle in the post, and that's certainly a place where you need the bodies, you need the minutes, you need the fouls in this conference. But with that said, when Rademacher was coming in late with she and Tavia Rooney, their athleticism, I really liked what they were able to do at times against a very physical, very active post presence for Western. I really liked the look of them there again over that last 10 minutes.
I thought we did a great job against their zone, really getting it into the high post, and then, being able to score, whether we would dump it into our low or we were aggressive off that high post. And, those two played really well together and got us going with some easy steals in the backcourt to layups and to fouls. And I thought that was really good. It's always tough when you lose your leading scorer, and she's a big presence in the paint, and we kind of miss that at times, and rotations get different, but it also allows other people to step up. And, it sounds like we'll be a couple weeks without her, so we just got to keep moving forward and finding, things that work.
Let's talk about, obviously, we've talked about it quite a bit tonight and throughout up until this point, but we're looking at Thursday and Saturday throughout the entirety of the Frontier Conference. Do you like the 2 and 4 o'clock or the 2 o'clock games on Saturday?
I don't know. We haven't played them yet.
I mean, you've played it every other time, depending on the season. But the set schedule, the early afternoon games, is that change how you prepare? Kind of walk us through it from a coaching side and even a preparation side.
The Thursdays are really hard for us at home. We talked about all the home games that we've had so far on a Thursday. We've come out a little sluggish because we're in class all day.
Yeah.
When we're on the road, we have a little bit more time where we're resting and, they're doing homework, but we're not attending class and doing things. And so, that's always hard for us. So next week is finals, and then we'll have a few weeks where we won't have any school, and that will be good. I was like, today is the second to last day of the semester. Like, what could they possibly be teaching? And they're like, oh, Coach, we're getting new concepts. I was on the last day of classes. They're like, this is Montana Tech. I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's a little crazy now.
It is, but, I think it will be good. We're going to practice here tomorrow in the afternoon, then we'll get on the road. By about 5, we'll get down there. We'll have shoot around at 8 a.m., and it will be just getting a lot of shots up. We'll have our game plan in tomorrow, and then I think we'll be ready. Rocky is at UP, so they have to travel home where we can, rest tonight and get a good game plan and go. And, they got a big win over Providence today, so they're going to come out with a lot of confidence. And now that we've gotten, what it's like, we have to be ready to go. And we talked about we need a split on this weekend. This is a weekend we got to split.
Yeah, and it's always one of those things that it feels like it's kind of wasted energy always saying it's so different in conference, but it is. I mean, no matter how good of opponent you're playing outside of conference, it's a completely different game. When you step into conference, you'll see Rocky again on Saturday. The level of competition you'll see between Rocky and the next Frontier game is certainly going to be very high in Arizona. You're going to see, I think, Westmont still number 1 in the country, so we'll see Westmont down there.
Yep.
And some great teams and certainly good momentum into Frontier Conference play in January.
Yep, it'll be good. So we just got to bounce back, and, your 2 shooters who normally shoot really well didn't shoot tonight, but they're not going to go 0 for 8 again. I can guarantee you that. We got shots. We just didn't hit them, and we will, and we got to clean up a little bit of the press, caused us some problems, like you said, to get us off. Just didn't have the confidence that we needed to, and we'll bounce back.
Coach Carly Sandin, ladies and gentlemen, as the Digs will be at Rocky on Saturday, 2 o'clock against the Battling Bears. We are at the half of the men's game, 48-40. Coach, thank you much. It's always great to see you and great to talk to you, and we'll talk to you as we go.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break. We'll come back to the numbers on the men's side. Again, the Digs up 48-40. We're back here to the Hyper after this 2-minute timeout. Hey, we're back here once again, Frontier Conference Basketball on your hometown station, KBOW Butte, KDBM and Dillon, Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. We're at the half. The Digs up 48-40. Before we get into numbers, let's run you through the other games going on right now. Looks like Providence is up over Rocky at the half, 44-27, and Northern has it right where they want it at the half. Carroll leading Northern 30-24 in the men's game at halftime.
Oh, that does not surprise me. Notice the score is down.
Way down.
Not going to the 80s. That's Coach Hughes regulating that clock.
Yeah, and like I said, that's exactly where he wants it.
Absolutely.
That's his neighborhood.
That's how you beat teams that you know may be better than you.
Yep. So let's run through this first half here. As Montana Tech leading 48-40. They have led by as much as 11. They are hovered around 9 there for a little bit, but really through the first probably 12 minutes or so, what did we have? We had 14 different lead changes. We were tied 8 times. It was back and forth, and then Montana Tech had one little run that pushed the lead out to about 9 and held.
Yeah, and what caused that run was 3 poor shot selections by Western. They took 3 threes that they really shouldn't have. You know, I've always been the believer everybody on the floor cannot, and that's even at the collegiate level. They can't all shoot the 3. And I thought that a couple players threw a couple threes up there, and all of a sudden Tech had themselves a nice lead.
Let's run you through the numbers here. We'll start things off individually for the Bulldogs of UM Western. 2 guys in double digits. They're led by Kai Kuba with 16 points here thus far. Let's see what we can get here as far as overall numbers. Kuba, as I mentioned, 16 points for him for Western. Kuba right now 5 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Kai Kuba, leading scorer on the floor, with 16. Jalen Hodges has 10. Hodges is 2 of 3 from the foul line, 4 jumpers inside. Coulter Miller with 7 points as he has 1 three-pointer, a pair of jumpers inside. Jamal Stevenson has a basket for 2. Jacques is 2 of 2 from the foul line, and Michael Haverfield has 1 basket for 2 points. If you're Tech, you have to love the fact that between the Haverfields, they have 2 points.
Well, yeah, and that's why Tech has a nice 8-point lead. You got 2 great shooters here, and they're not getting the opportunity. Michael got in foul trouble. Is the other one in foul trouble too? Both of them?
No. Tanner hasn't a whole lot of playing time, honestly.
No, he hasn't. The kid can shoot the basketball, but Michael got himself in foul trouble early, and That's a big offensive player that Western really needs.
On the other side for Montana Tech, they have scoring output from 8 different guys. They're led by Caleb Belich. Belich has 9 points, 1 3-pointer, 3 inside the arc for 6. Sindhu Diallo has 8 points. He's 2 of 4 from the line, 3 field goals. Camden Lawrence with 5 points, a deep ball, 1 inside. Taylor England with 8 points, all from point-blank range, of course. Bridger Larson has a 3. Drew Hughes, 1 3-pointer, 2 inside for 7 points. Darius Collins, 2 3-pointers, both of those real early. And Cody Baumstark has 1 putback for 2 points for Montana Tech. The Digs shooting 67% from the three-point line. They're 83% from the three-point line. They're 5 of 6 from the line, and again, 20 of 30 from the floor in the first half. Tech is just lights out shooting the basketball so far in the first 20 minutes.
Well, and that's outstanding because they have to have this 8-point lead. But the reality is, Tech has they're running their stuff, and I'm watching Coach call plays out here, and England can score anytime he wants. I don't care who's guarding him; he can score anytime he wants. If they need a bucket, that's where you go. And if you don't double him, it's a sure 2.
On the other side, Western shooting 56% from the floor, for goodness sake. They're 36% from the three-point line. Western 6 turnovers, Montana Tech with 2. And from there, number-wise, not a whole lot else really jumping off of the paper here. Western with 11 rebounds, Montana Tech with 9. Both have a pretty good number of offensive rebounds. Western has 5 offensive rebounds. Tech has 4 offensive rebounds as of right now. But again, when you're shooting 56% and 67%, there's not a whole lot of rebounding opportunities out there.
Oh, when the ball goes through the basket, there's none. Zip.
So an 8-point lead for the Digs. Run us through the second half. What are you looking for out of either team in the next 20 minutes?
Well, I think Haverfield's got to get involved in this basketball game, or they're going to walk out of here with a big L.
So the Digs will inbound here, as they'll be going left to right on your radio dial. Belich will bring it into Hughes, and we're underway. Hughes across the timeline. Tech leading by 8. Hughes to Belly. Belly out on the left wing, tries to get it inside. Taylor England. Hodges one-on-one with him. Taylor England into the paint, fighting with the right hand. Ball, boy, nice job, Hodges. Hodges gets both hands wrapped around that basketball, and the jump ball will favor the Bulldogs.
Hodges may be the most underrated player on this basketball team. I didn't realize how good he was till tonight.
Stevenson into the offensive zone for Western. Passes left to Kuba. Kuba just outside the arc, feeds it into Hodges. Out on the edge, 3-point shot, Haverfield, and Michael knocks it down.
Answered our question early, didn't he?
There you go. He only had 1 basket in the first half. Again, he ran into foul trouble early, but the lead is 5 for the Digs, 48-43. They feed it inside to Belich. Belich cross-court to Diallo to Hughes. Hughes on the wing, drives into the lane. Hughes scoop shot, no good. Rebound tipped out, Western basketball. So Tech was lights out in the first half, and their first couple shots here in the second, ice cold. Stevenson, right wing to Michael Haverfield, inside to Hodges. Hodges spins and hammers it home. At that time, Taylor England tried to reach around and knock it away, and Hodges spun to his left and delivered the slam. 5-0 run to get this second half underway here for the Bulldogs. Montana Tech with it. Sindhu Diallo. Diallo down to Belich. Good ball fake. Belich steps in, fires from 16. No. Defensive rebound, Kuba. Tech is over here in this second half in the first 90 seconds. And across the timeline, Western. Stevenson out near midcourt, throws it into Hodges. Hodges slams again.
There's 2 back. That's back-to-back highlight reels right there.
7-0 run here for the Bulldogs. And Montana Tech's lead is 48-47. As Western has come out on fire here.
Yeah, it looks to me like Tech came out a little bit flat because of the intensity they showed defensively the first half is not what it's not there right now. It will be here after this timeout, mark my words.
Yeah, I would assume there's a little chewing going on over there.
I hope so.
A 1-point lead for the Digs, 48-47. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here again real quickly, see if we can get an updated score on our other Frontier games. Let's see if we can get this reloaded here. Montana Tech leads by 1 here, 48-47. The other games are underway in the second half. Carroll leading Northern 36-30. And Providence all over Rocky, 54-28 in that ball game. That game in Great Falls, and of course Northern Carroll is in Helena.
Coach Keller must have coached some defense this week. That's awesome. His teams have been scoring 85 and they've been giving up 84. So
yeah.
he probably put a little emphasis on that.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting. Remember, everybody plays everybody 3 times. So once we get through once in that probably second week of January, we'll see everybody once. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens round 2, as it always is in the Frontier Conference.
Yeah. The athleticism in this conference is just outstanding. Look at what we're watching here tonight.
Yeah. So back out after the timeout. There was a discussion had. Tech's lead was 8 at the half. It's now down to 1. Sindhu Diallo drifting right, hands it off to Collins. Collins on the right wing. Collins to Belich. Belich just outside the three-point line. Drives into the paint. Belich attacks. Nice stop. His floater no good. Offensive rebound. Taylor England no good. Belich to the wing. Sindhu Diallo. 3-ball. Great vision by Belich. Sindhu Diallo knocks it down.
The old rule, if you can't make a layup, let's make a 3.
3 point-blank shots couldn't go. Good vision to pass that out to the wing. Montana Tech by 4. Stevenson, left side, Kuba into Miller. Miller, 10 feet out, left side of the key, fighting his way into the paint. Miller spins to his right. Hook shot blocked by Belich out to Kuba. Kuba holds on to it, back into Miller. Shot clock at 7. Miller to Stevenson around a screen. Stevenson, ball lost to Kuba. Kuba down to 1. Kuba inside, doesn't get it off in time. Shot clock violation. Digger D stands up big that time, and that will go back to Montana Tech.
Well, Western has played their way back in this game, but Tech has not lost an ounce of get after it on defense. They are really playing great defense.
4-point lead for the Digs. Sindhu Diallo left wing. Switch dribble. He's going to attack. Goes up. Comes up short. Western the other way. Hodges gets the outlet. Taylor England knocks it away, but they're going to get him with a foul. As England reached across the body of Hodges, he was not going to allow him the easy jam. And that's team or personal foul number 3 on Taylor. Or excuse me, only 2. I had him for 3 in my book for some reason.
Yeah, I thought he had 2 in the first half also.
It's that Polish math. The inbound to Miller. Miller's shot blocked Taylor England.
Get it out of here, he says.
Darius Collins the other way. Montana Tech leads by 4. Up top, Caleb Belich going to fire the 3. Up and out, no good. Hodges with a rebound. So here come the Bulldogs back the other way. Tech shooting 58% from the floor. Western at 57%. Stevenson running the point. Pass goes right. Kuba inside to Hodges. Kind of a loose double team on him. Taken away, Taylor England. They double teamed him. Taylor England gets the steal. Diggs the other way. Down the floor, good pass inside to England. England shot no good, whistling a foul. Good feed from Drew Hughes and heavy traffic.
That's a great break by Tech. Great fast break.
So Taylor England at the line, shooting his first free throws. Tech only had 4 free throw attempts in the first half. And all of those were from Sindhu Diallo. He was 2 of 4. So Taylor England at the line. His first is up and good. Taylor England at the foul line. He's a 79% free throw shooter for the Digs. Tech actually as a team really solid, 73% from the foul line as a team. England's second is off the back of the rim, no good. Miller with a rebound. So here comes Western the other way, a 5-point lead for the Digs, 52-47. Stevenson wants to come to his left side, passes that way to Kuba. Kuba inside to Hodges. Loose double team coming. Pass up top. Stevenson. 3-point shot. Up and out. Rebound Taylor England. So the 3-ball no good for Western. Here come the Digs in transition. Slowly. Hughes. Across midcourt. Hughes comes up top to England. Left side. Sindhu Diallo underneath Taylor England. Ball fake. Brought the defender up. His shot doesn't go, but he will shoot a pair.
Yeah, well, they got him on the second guy foul. The first guy hit him in the head, too. They should have had a call there.
Yeah, Taylor England holding the top of his head. He got an elbow right at the top of the crane. A 5-point lead for the Digs. Tech can't hit anything from point-blank range here in the second half. Taylor England shooting 2 more. He's 1 of 2 from the line. Montana Tech is 3 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. His first here is good. Taylor England into double digits with 10. Montana Tech leads by 6. We'll get you the scores from those other games happening here in the conference as we continue. England's second is up and in. 11 points on the night for England. He and Sindhu Diallo both with 11. England will go out. Larson will come in, Bridger Larson. And here comes Western down the floor. Stevenson on the left side of the floor. He has Miller on his right. Around a high screen. He goes out to Michael Haverfield from downtown, and Haverfield strokes it.
You can't give that guy any room at all.
My goodness, he is so good from downtown. Michael Haverfield, 44% from the three-point line coming into this ball game. Montana Tech with the basketball up by 4. Larson drives into the high post, puts on the brakes, backs it out to Diallo. Belic comes up to set a screen. Diallo moving left, 10 on the shot clock. Sindhu Diallo, dribble left side. At the elbow, drives baseline, lost the handle, and Western basketball. Diallo went up, lost the handle on it, and that will be Western basketball the other way. Tech leading by 4, 5 minutes gone here in the second half. So Stevenson and Miller in the backcourt for Western. Michael Haverfield, Hodges, and Kai Kuba down the floor for Western. Stevenson around a screen, goes out to Haverfield. Pass goes wide. He wasn't looking at him. And that will go out of bounds. Turnover to Montana Tech. Turnover number 9 for Western here in this ball game. Jacques will come in, and Paxton is in for Western. Michael Haverfield will go out. And also going out is Hodges. So a chance for Tech to possibly try and get some muscle down the block here.
I wish Clark could have played tonight. It would have been interesting to see how they'd had to change things on defense.
Around a screen, Diallo in the corner. Three-point shot, Collins. Darius Collins gets another one. Collins has 9 points on the night as Darius Collins knocks down the three. He's 3 of 3 from downtown tonight. And Collins shoots 50% from the three-point line so far this year. Western with the basketball, trailing by 7. Driving through the middle, shot is up. No good for Miller, but he's going to go to the foul line. I like Coulter Miller as a player. Like, we've seen him play about every position, it feels like, here tonight.
He has, and, he doesn't look that big.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks like he's about 6 foot, maybe.
He's listed at 6'4", but we've seen him above the rim. We've seen him with huge rebounds, a block shot. Like, Miller has done everything for Western tonight that's been needed of him.
Oh, absolutely, no question about it. But every time I look at him, it's like, why aren't they posting this guy up? He just doesn't look that big.
He is fun to watch because he fills about every role necessary. Miller misses the first. His second is on the way, and it's good. So Miller gets 1 of 2. He has 8 points. A 6-point lead for the Digs. Tech into the offensive side. Keely Bake running the point. Bounce pass goes left out to Lawrence. Lawrence around a screen. Double team coming. Feeds it down to the block. Good pass. Shot blocked. Jacques. Bridger Larson got it under the rack, and Jacques just swats it away. Driving inside, Kuba puts on the brakes. Double team. Pass tips. Stevenson gets it. Imagine Darius Collins got a hand on it. Stevenson, ball fake in the corner. 3-point shot is up and out. Collins rebound. Tech back the other way. Looking to set things up on the right wing is Bake. Bounce pass goes into Larson. Larson into the paint. He's going to attack. Larson with the left hand. No good. Hung up on the iron. Coming down with the rebound is going to be Paxton.
Paxton, that's a great rebound by Paxton.
Was. Good anticipation. 13:34 left to play here in the ball game. Tech by 6. Stevenson across midcourt. He'll get it off to Jacques. Jacques looking left to Miller. He has Paxton on his right. Instead, Kuba comes up to get it. Kuba fires, gets it. My goodness, Kai Kuba just like that. His shot is so quick.
Well, they aren't letting him get many good looks at all, and that wasn't a good look, just a quick release.
Tech by 3. Down the other way, Belic fights his way to the rim, puts it up, and gets it down. Boy, tremendous work by Belic. He's getting bodied up and beat up, and he goes up with the right hand. Great touch to knock it down. 5-point lead for the Digs, 59-54. Stevenson into the offensive side for Western, around a screen. Looking right to Kuba. Kuba has Lawrence on him. Kuba makes his way to the rim, gets hit hard. I'm surprised we didn't get a whistle. Here comes Tech. Back the other way. Belic leaves it out to Lawrence. Around a screen. Lawrence will attack with the right hand. No good. No. Rebound tipped, and Miller comes out with it. Real physical out there right now. Miller will drop it off as it goes into the hands of Stevenson. Stevenson back to Miller. Miller downtown. Miller gets it. Miller has 11, and Western within 2. 59-57, Montana Tech by 2. 8 minutes gone here in the second half. Darius Collins, bounce pass to Belic. Belic fires from 13, no good. Rebound, Jacques. Jacques across to Miller. And here comes Western the other way. Both teams look a little tired out there right now. Through the paint, Stevenson's floater is no good. Rebound, Larson for the Digs. Keely Bake will push the pace. Bake stops at the arc, right wing. Fires lefts as Darius Collins will now hold on to it. Stevenson comes up to defend. 11:35 left to play in the ball game. Tech by 2. 59-57. Keely Bake out near midcourt. Looking for help up top. Belic gets it. Cuts through the double team. Belic floater puts it down. Caleb Belic with 13. Good looking play as he cuts through the double team and a nice floater in for 2. 4-point lead for the Digs. 61-57. Stevenson, a little stutter step to the right elbow, out to Miller. Miller cuts through the paint, puts it up off balance. Coulter Miller has 13. Both teams still well over 50% shooting here in this ball game. Tech's lead is 2.
This is just a fun game to watch. Both teams are really exploiting each other offensively.
Keely Bake, double team, moves it out right to Lawrence. Nice pass. Lawrence finishes. Just inside the arc, Camden Lawrence gets the 2. 7 points, great feed by Bake all the way across the floor. Tech leads by 4, 63-59. We haven't had a break for either team here for a few. And now we're going to get an offensive, it looks like. And that one is going to go against Kai Kuba. So Kuba with that wraparound will pick up his 3rd personal. And we have a timeout on the floor. 10:28 remaining here in this ball game. Montana Tech leads by 4. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here to the Hyper after this 1-minute timeout. Hey, we're back here once again to the Hyper Frontier Conference action. KBOW Butte, KDBM and Dillon. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher here on a Thursday night as Tech leading by 4 as the Orediggers will inbound. Michael Ure is out there. Also Keely Bake running the point. Lawrence far left in the high post with Baumstark. Baumstark gets it, goes out to Sindhu Diallo. Diallo drives with the left hand into the key through the double team, whistle and a foul. Was Jacques on the far side? Nope, Jacques didn't get it. It looks like it might go on Paxton.
I think Jacques actually blocked the shot, but anytime somebody as quick as Diallo does a double pump, somebody's going to hack him.
So Paxton picks up his 2nd personal, and at the line is Sindhu Diallo. Diallo shooting 2. His first is up and out, no good. Tech has left some points from the foul line here tonight.
If there's a weakness in Diallo's game, which there aren't many, it's free throw shooting.
Diallo will get ready for his 2nd, and that one no good. Offensive rebound, Michael Ure. He'll kick it out to Lawrence. Montana Tech basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Sindhu Diallo wants the baseline. Pass to the corner, Ure. Great offensive rebound by Ure, fighting in traffic. Shot clock at 7. Keely Bake, top of the key. Through the double team. Bake, scoop shot off the glass, no good. Defensive rebound, Jacques. Midway point here of this second half. Montana Tech leads by 4. They've had some opportunities to stretch that lead back out. They just have been unable to take advantage. Jacques hands it off up top. Kuba. Little shake and bake. 3-point shot is up and shorts. Rebound controlled Lawrence. Lawrence down the floor, right wing. Stops just outside the arc. Gets it down inside as he goes there to Baumstark. Baumstark to Bake, running the lane, no good. Bake gets leveled, and Bake's going to go to the foul line.
One nice thing about being 6'9" or 6'10", you're looking down at all the cutters, and it's an easy pass, and he made that look so easy.
He looked way down on Keely Bake.
Yeah, he did.
So the personal foul will go to Michael Haverfield. That's his third. And at the foul line is Keely Bake. Bake's first is up and good. That's his first point here tonight. So Bake.
Another tribute to Fairfield basketball, how fundamental all those kids are. And this kid came in, and he's been a player ever since. You can see he's getting bigger from the weight room.
Yep. Yeah, even when we had the opportunity to call the state tournament his senior year, just watching him run that offense at Fairfield was incredible to watch how well-oiled a machine they were as a high school team.
He was the offense, as far as I'm concerned.
Bake, 2-2 from the foul line, a 6-point lead for the Digs. Stevenson drives, floater to the rim is no good, but picking up the personal is going to be Sindhu Diallo. So Diallo gets his first, and that will put Western at the line. Jamal Stevenson. So Stevenson will shoot 2 here for Western. Let's get some updates from those other games here quickly while Stevenson shoots 2. The Southpaw's first is up and out, no good. And, of course, I say that, and my internet's like, nah, we're not going to get you scores. Stevenson will get the ball for attempt number 2. And the Southpaw's second is up and good. So Stevenson gets 1 of 2. He has 3 points here on the night. Our other games in the Frontier Conference, Carroll leading Northern 55-45 in the second, and Providence leading Rocky 59-42. Tech, Camden Lawrence out near midcourt. 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Keely Bake in the bottom left corner. 3-point shot is up and in. Keely Bake. 5 points for Keely, all here in the last minute and a half. Tech's lead is out to 8. 68-60. Stevenson right at the top of the key to Miller. Miller feeds it down on the block to Jacques. Jacques fighting his way to his left, triple teamed to Hodges. His shot no good. And the rebound goes the other way for the Digs. Jacques and Hodges both on the floor here for Western. They did it for a couple minutes in the first half as well. 8:30 remaining in the ball game. Tech leading by 8. Keely Bake out near midcourt. To Ure. Now up Baumstark, right side to Bake. Bounce pass into Ure. Ball stripped away. Baumstark picks it up. His shot no good. Huge rebound by Ure. Lawrence lost it for a moment. Gets it back out to Bake. 8:10 remaining in the ball game. Sindhu Diallo, right wing, 10 on the shot clock. Sindhu attacks, and he will be fouled. They waive the shot.
Yeah, he got him clear up by the free throw line.
So Miller will pick up the personal, and Sindhu Diallo will go to the line here for the Digs.
If ever there was a person that says the game's all about quickness, it's Sindhu Diallo. I mean, he's one-on-one, it's impossible to guard him.
Yeah. So much fun to watch play the game. An 8-point lead for the Digs. Diallo all the way out to Lawrence. Western man-to-man here as of current. Keely Bake near midcourt. Tech leading by 8. As Keely Bake around a screen moving left. He has Sindhu on his left. He'll step back and fire. Wide left, no good. Michael, you're another huge rebound. He has been a monster here the last few minutes. Great pass. Sindhu gets it down to Ure. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul, and it's going to be an offensive. Cody Baumstark called with the offensive.
Well, it had to take place before the layup. I couldn't see where he was at. I was watching the play.
The officials are chatting it over here. The Digs lead 68-60. What are the officials talking about here?
Whether the basket is good or not.
The basket is no good.
Yep. And actually, from the time the whistle took place to the bucket being put in, I think the basket should be good.
So an 8-point lead for the Digs. Cody Baumstark picks up the personal foul. He will check out, and Taylor England will come in. Western with it. Kai Kuba, Lawrence all over him. Kuba moves it to Stevenson. Stevenson, they're going to set a screen for him instead to Kuba into Hodges. Double team. Hodges spins to his right. Hodges, nice attack. Hodges will get it over. He has 16 points. Jalen having a really nice night for Western.
Playing really well.
6-point lead for the Digs. 7:12 remaining in the ball game. Tech moves it right to Lawrence. Lawrence up top to Michael Ewer, who's had a phenomenal second half. Puts on the brakes. Ball comes out loose, diving for it. And we're going to get a jump ball call as everybody but JT and I were laying on the floor.
Yeah, and if I am, you're going to have to help me up.
A 6-point lead for the Digs, and it looks like we have a timeout on the floor. 7 minutes left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 68-62 with the timeout. We will take one. We're back to the Hyper after this 1-minute break. Seven minutes left to play in this, I almost said regulation, I'm not going to jinx this. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Montana Tech leading 68-62. Mass substitutions here for the Digs.
Tech had that one little run, and it's held.
Yep.
Western really hasn't had a run with the basketball yet.
Not that they have not. Sindhu Diallo will bring it in to Keely Bake, bottom left corner. As he'll attack, great move by Keely Bake. A great body fake, made it look like he was going to go out to the wing. The defender sagged off him, and then he just had a clear lane right to 2 points. Stevenson in for Western, far left wing. The Digs up by 8. They'll lob it into Hodges and knocked away. Tech basketball. Sindhu Diallo, two-handed slam. Sindhu Diallo with 13 points, and Tech leads by 10. Tech with some swagger. Sindhu Diallo defensively. Kai Kibu inside to Hodges. Hodges down to the baseline. Fights his way into the lane and is fouled. Taylor England was there defensively. They're discussing who the backside help was. And that will put Hodges at the line here for the Bulldogs. Personal foul is charged to, they've got Sindhu Diallo on the big board.
He must have reached in.
Yeah,
because England was playing good defense. I'd have been shocked if they'd have called him.
Hodges misses his first. Hodges leading scorer for Western. He has 16. Coulter Miller with 13. On the other side for the Digs, Sindhu Diallo has 13. Caleb Belich has 13. 6:17 remaining in the ball game. Hodges will get ready for number 2. Jacques is in the key for Western. Everybody else is outside the key. And Hodges' second is good. So Hodges gets 1 of 2. He has 17 on the night. Tech leads by 9, 72-63. Into the offensive side, wide left, Drew Hughes. Pass comes up top, Sindhu Diallo. Little shake and bake through the lane. Sindhu with the left hand gets it down. Sindhu really feeling it right now. He has 15.
And he just made a nice pass to the referee who didn't want the ball. That's good.
An 11-point lead for the Digs, matching their biggest of the night. Kai Kuba in the corner, no good. Rebound, Jacques tipped. Western basketball, as going down hard was Paxton. Luckily, he gets up. Western with it. Hodges, switch dribble in the lane, lost the handle as he went up. He was fouled by Taylor England.
He got him on the wrist.
Boy, the way Paxton went down, I'm really happy he got up. It looked like it would look bad. You hate when the body momentum takes it over.
And you never know, knee, ankle, head, you don't know.
Yeah, that was just scary. Hodges at the line, shooting 2. His first is good. Taylor England's third personal foul.
I really like Hodges as a player.
Yep. He's really kind of adapted his game to the Frontier as well. You know, he was, I don't want to say rough when he came in, you know, the first time we saw him last year, I believe. And, boy, he is a really good player on both sides of the floor for Western.
Smart player.
Yeah.
I always, you know, I like to look at a basketball player's basketball IQ. Does this guy really see what's going on? You look over here. You look at the point guard for Tech right now, and he is exceptional. He really gets it, and he takes care of the basketball. A little different from Western's point guard. He doesn't quite see the game the way Tech's point guard does.
We have 5:38 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 10. Let's take a look at our other scores here. Carroll leading Northern 60-56. So Northern is not going away.
They never go away.
Never. The other game tonight's Providence leading Rocky 68-51. A little over 5 minutes left in the Carroll Northern game, about 7.5 left in the Rocky Providence game. Again, as we mentioned, Carroll, I believe number 5 in the nation on the men's side. They're 5 in the nation on the women's side, or number 4 in the nation on the women's side. Other than that, Montana Tech's men receiving votes on the men's side, and Western's women are number 24 in the nation.
If Tech can manage to stay steady, they're going to climb up in those ratings.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, agreed. A 10-point lead for the Digs, 74-64. You know, it's strange. They lead by 10 right now, but it feels like they have had a lot of opportunities to blow this thing open here in the second half, and Western just has not allowed them to. They have kept themselves in this ball game.
Yeah, they truly have, and I really think Hodges is a big reason why Western has stayed in this ball game.
Agreed. Hodges' second is good, so he goes 2 of 2. 19 points on the night for Hodges. As Western shooting 75% from the free throw line, Tech at 66% from the free throw line. And here comes Diggs down into the offensive side. Hughes running the point, hands it off there to Taylor England. Give and go to Hughes. Hughes underneath the rack, gets the basket. And
People in the stands here have no idea how difficult that pass is. That's a great pass.
An 11-point lead for the Diggs. Left side, Miller for 3, no good. Rebound, Taylor England. England gets another rebound. That's number 5 in the official book for him. Tech leads by 11 with 5 minutes left to play. Hughes goes left, Taylor England. England just outside the arc, hands it to Collins. Collins now to Belich. Belich's pass is tipped and taken away by Western. Michael Haverfield will get it. And Stevenson the other way.
He tried to force that over the top to England.
Hodges out to Miller. Miller has the open 3, takes a high bounce over the backboard. That one will go to Tech. 4:43 left to play here in this ball game. Tech leading 76-65. And Montana Tech will inbound. Miller's going to get a breather.
Miller's getting a chewing.
That he is.
For that shot.
An 11-point lead. Collins moves it left. Sindhu Diallo. Diallo bumped up top by Hodges. He near side to Belich.
They missed England. He was all alone on the roll.
Belich been quiet here as this second half has gone on. Belich outside the arc about 5 feet. England looking to set a screen. Belich going to attack and draws the foul. Michael Haverfield defensively. I have Michael for 4. So see if that matches the official book, and it does. The rare occasion when my book matches the official book.
You're a 99 9/10% guy, let me tell you right now. I know that.
Your decimal point is way off. Belich at the line. Front half of the bonus, no good. Taylor England gets another huge rebound. Tech has had 2 offensive rebounds out of missed free throws in this ball game.
Taylor took one in the nose.
Well, he did too.
Yeah, hard.
4 minutes remaining. Sindhu Diallo to Taylor England. Pick and roll. Taylor England converts. England has 13 points. And Montana Tech stretches their lead out to 13, the biggest of the night. 78-65, the Digs over the Bulldogs, KBOW and KDBM. We have a full timeout, so with it, we'll take one. We're back after this 1-minute break. 4 minutes remaining in regulation as Montana Tech leads by 13, their biggest lead of the night. Both teams just continue to shoot lights out. Western shooting 50%. Montana Tech is at 57%. And that comes after both teams were over 60% in the first half.
The issue right now is Western is making defensive mistakes late in the second half here.
Western with 10 turnovers. Montana Tech with half that number here in this ball game. Diggs lead by 13. Stevenson running the point. Stevenson up top, passes left to Jacques. Jacques to Stevenson, right side, Michael Haverfield. Pass taken away, Sindhu Diallo. Diallo, he's going to slam it home. Sindhu Diallo has 17 points.
I hope they're making highlight reels of this guy. That's 3 tonight.
I was just going to say you could make a highlight reel just out of tonight.
I know.
A 15-point lead. Stevenson for 3, toilet bowls it in. Stevenson, that one circled the drain and drops through for the Bulldogs.
Big shot. They needed that.
That they did. 3:26 left to play here in the ball game. Tech leading 80-68. We have a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Let's find our other scores here tonight. As Frontier Conference getting underway, Providence leading Rockies 73-58 with 5 minutes left. Carroll leading Northern 66-61 with 3 minutes left.
That's a good game.
That could make things real interesting.
You got the women's score on there? You got
the women's are obviously done. Carroll won, and
Carroll won.
Yeah,
big,
Carroll won big, and Rocky won big
yeah,
too. Actually,
you're right.
Yeah, Providence was up by 1, I think, at half, right in that vicinity, and then, boy, Rocky uncorked in the second half.
Well, all I hear is from them all the time about where I rank them all the time.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, and it'll be interesting to see how this weekend shakes out. You know, we have 2 games in conference, then. You know, a lot of the teams are going to go to Arizona and see really good opponents. You know, the women's side, you know, Westmont out of California, the defending national champions, the #1 team in the country, they'll be at that tournament. Tech will play them, and I believe, I want to say maybe Carroll will play them. I don't have their schedules in front of me, but we are going to see some really good opponents in that Arizona tournament as always. You know, the coaching staff at Providence does such a good job. Coach Himmelberger is in charge of that thing, and that has been a tremendous tournament. For not only the Frontier schools, but for the teams in the West and in the South through the years.
The thing I like about it is they're going down and playing quality teams. They're not playing teams from Canada and some JCs, and, and it doesn't make you better.
And those take time to build. Now that tournament is such a big deal. When you look at the idea of Westmont there, you know, Carroll will be there. You look at how good all the opponents are there. Everybody wants to be a part of that tournament now as well.
You have to get in your conference, you have to have played the best.
3:20 left to play here in the ball game. Tech, after the timeout, gets through pressure applied by Western. Sindhu Diallo up top, goes left to Hughes. Tech by 12. Caleb Belich right side. Sindhu Diallo around a screen. Diallo bounce pass, give and go. That one just too far in front, but it goes out of bounds off of Western. That will be Tech basketball.
Right idea.
So that'll go out of bounds. Tech will remain in possession of it here in their offensive zone. Tech shooting 58%. The inbound to Belich, sky high, no good. And Western comes out the other way with it. Belich put on the springs and tried to get the soft touch on that one to no avail. Western into the offensive side. Hodges, double team. Hodges off the glass. Nice touch. As Jalen Hodges, he has 21 points. He's the leading scorer on the floor. 10-point lead for the Digs, 2:40 remaining. Sindhu Diallo will slow it down and get the offense running here. Diallo passes lefts, goes out on that edge to Hughes. Hughes looking on the interior. They move it around the arc. 3-point shot is up and in. Darius Collins.
4 for 4 tonight.
He is 4 for 4. My goodness, Darius Collins has a dozen. The Digs lead by 13. Stevenson back the other way for Western. He's going to make his way, kicks it out in the corner. 3-point shot is up and in for Paxton. So Paxton knocks down the 3, and Western will call a timeout. 2:11 left to play here in the ball game. A 10-point lead for the Digs over the Bulldogs of UM Western.
Well, both teams were responding to each other, but again, it was just that one run there in the first half.
Yep.
And that lead has not really increased that much.
You know, Western, to start the second half, obviously went on a great run to start. I think they were a 7-0 run right to start the second half. They tied the ball game up, or within one, I believe, And then Montana Tech has just slowly been able to stretch
Got the
that lead
lead
back out to this 10 area. But yeah, Western, just that one little run there to start the second half was all they've really been able to chip away. So again, everybody will play on Saturday. Montana Tech will go on the road to Rocky. Carroll and Western will play in Dillon on Saturday. So Stroud going to be a little bit bonkers, I would imagine, on Saturday.
And based on what we're looking at with Clark here tonight, and he really is missed, and you can see it.
Yeah.
I really doubt he's going to play for a couple of weeks. He was holding his shoulder pretty gingerly.
I mean, his arm isn't moving much.
No.
So certainly wish him the best getting ready to roll here. A couple of key numbers for Montana Tech. We mentioned they're number 2 in the country as far as lack of turnovers. They just don't give the team, their opponent, the ball. They only have 5 turnovers here tonight. They're averaging 8.1 a game, which, again, is good for number 2 in the country.
That's why you win. Take care of the ball.
Inbound to Hughes, double team on him. He'll call a timeout. Western, really nice job getting the trap set. Hughes tried to get through it and calls a timeout. So a 10-point lead here for the Digs, 83-73. And Tech will look to inbound one more time. Team number-wise, again, both teams have been outstanding shooting the ball. Western at 53%, Tech at 58%. And I think Tech missed their, the first 3 shots, maybe first 4 shots of the game. But since then, they have not missed. I mean, they have just been on fire shooting the basketball.
Well, they have those kind of people. And anytime you get Darius Collins, who is your defensive guru, to step up and knock down 4 threes, that helps.
Yeah, and he is an outstanding three-point shooter, certainly.
I would love to have played with or coached him, because this guy is a team guy. He could care less about stats. He is a team guy. And everybody out here is not a team guy.
That's so rare. Yeah. A 10-point lead here for the Digs, 83-73. Let's see if we got scores from our other games here real quickly. It looks as though Carroll leading by 4 over Northern, 69-65. That one a minute left. And Providence up by 13 over Rocky with just under 2 minutes left.
Well, Rocky got back in it a little bit.
A little bit. So after the timeout, Hughes is out on the floor with Belich, Taylor England, Darius Collins, and Sindhu Diallo for the Digs. Hughes will look to inbound. Jacques is there to put a body in front, as one would expect. Hughes, bounce pass comes in to Diallo. Diallo across to Hughes. Hughes, double team coming down the floor. Taylor England. England backs it out underneath to Belich, and Belich slams it home.
Great ball movement. Outstanding ball movement. The patience. That's how you beat the press. Pass it. Be patient.
Belich with 15. Western the other way. Down by a dozen. Pass. Darius Collins with a steal. Collins to Belich. Belich lobs it to Diallo. They tried the alley-oop. It bounces out, no good. Western the other way. Stevenson. 90 seconds remaining. Hodges fires the 3, no good. Rebound tipped, controlled by Montana Tech. They tried the alley-oop the other way. Now Tech will slow it down here and burn some clock, leading by a dozen. England gets it out near midcourt. Hodges comes up to defend. England hands it off to Diallo. Diallo spins through the double team. Down to Belich in the bottom left corner. Belich across, out to Hughes, up to Diallo. Diallo feeds it underneath. Good ball movement by the Digs. Darius Collins, 2 on the shot clock. Spinning right-handed off the glass at the buzzer. Taylor England has 15 points. They burned every second of the clock. Tech goes up by 14 with 50 seconds. Hodges coast to coast, no. Rebound Darius Collins. The Digs will have to take one more here as they come into the offensive zone. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. And the Digs will start the season 1-0 here with a win over the Bulldogs of Western. But again, remember, we'll see him 2 more times. Bounce pass underneath to England. England shot blocked by Hodges. Strong take by Hodge that time. So Montana Tech will inbound. 5 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Sindhu Diallo lobs it out to Belich. 3, Belich fires the 3, no good. Defensive rebound, Stevenson. Stevenson across midcourt. He'll fire from 30, no good. And Hodges gets the offensive glass and hammers it home. Hodges has 23 points as the Digs will bring it into the offensive zone and put this one into the record books. So Montana Tech will win their 8th in a row over the Bulldogs of UM Western. 87-75 our final. The Digs will take down the Bulldogs here, and we get a split of our night as the Western women get the win, the Montana Tech men get the win. And we'll come back and wrap this one up, ladies and gentlemen. 87-75 our final. We're back with the numbers after this 1-minute timeout.